So it's forecast to rain in the next hour, and I thought I would then come inside the big greenhouse and continue, well, trying to tidy up my big greenhouse and get it ready for winter. But everything still wants to grow. So you know, you kind of get to that stage, don't you, where you think, oh, well, am I going to leave it another week, or am I going to leave it another few days? And oh, it's just doing my head in. I mean, I'll show you. This is still coming. Ah! Okay, so I'm going to hold on as long as I possibly can. It's fruits day today, so that means peppers, chilies, and what I'm mainly doing is I'm mainly harvesting. I've been over to the allotment over the road, and I'll show you what I've done over there. So that is ready for winter planting. That's fantastic. At least I've got a space, because this space is definitely not ready, and the little emerald greenhouse is definitely not ready, because I have got so much growing in there. So, I mean, you know, on fruits days, I usually are sowing, I'm transplanting, I'm doing all of that stuff. But at this time of year, I don't do any of that. And if you follow my schedule, my series of what I do ahead, then you will see that I'm not doing any sowing and transplanting. So this is my kind of new video that I'm going to bring out. It's a kind of a weekly garden, what I'm doing in the garden, what I'm doing on the allotment, to do with the moon phase calendar. It's like a follow-up to my series that looks ahead. So yes, let's do the tomatoes. So I've still got quite a lot of tomatoes. All the tomatoes on this side that are against the wall are more or less finished. I have one big tomato left, which I think is called something like Auntie's German, I can't see there, Aunt Ruby's German tomato, and it doesn't go much more than this kind of colour. I've got a really big one at the top, you see, so I'm going to keep that going as much as possible. The other thing that I've got that's still coming in here, so all the tomatoes towards the back are still coming, and the tomatoes against this window are still coming too. Like, I will show you this one. So this is called Green Copia. This is a really interesting tomato. I've never grown this before, and it's kind of like a very greeny tomato, which with kind of striped green ribs and then the red. So I'm going to try and take as much as possible. The other thing that's still cropping in here are my peppers. I've still got a few peppers left. Now, I'm debating whether I'll take them off green. But see, the big red ones are coming. I've just picked these ones. These are the red Marconi. These are really late. I've got the yellow ones, the Ringo ones, and they ripened much earlier, and these are really late. But they are coming. I've got quite a few coming here on this plant. I've also got a few chilies. So what I'm doing is, as I have room, when I start getting room in here, I'm moving my chilies over from the smaller greenhouse into this greenhouse, because there's just a little bit more light, and also there's more air coming through, because I have the windows at the top that open and close automatically. So that is why I'm moving them. I've got some really lovely ones coming here, and I've also just moved my red pak choi in here just to get a little bit more of a move on before I put it out into the garden. But I think I'm going to put it out into garden in the next few days. Leaves Day is on Sunday, so I might do it then. Yeah. So until then, let me just continue harvesting what I can harvest. I've got this. This is a really good one. This has been a great one this year. This is a cooking tomato, and it's called Harry's Italian Plum. This is a really good tomato. That's done really well this year. So that's not such a ripe one. and that's a much riper one. So yeah, I will continue. That's what I'm doing today on Fruits Day. I do enjoy this time of year. This time of year is clearing up the greenhouses time of year. And this greenhouse over in the allotment has been okay, not as productive as it was last year. But one thing that has done really well in here, and I'm just going to pull it out, are my aubergines. These aubergines are the little Thai ones that I grew this year, and they have been really prolific. So I'm just, oh, they're brutes. They have these prickles on the top here, and they are brutes. So I'm going to harvest all these little ones, and then take them home, and I will freeze these because these are wonderful, like I said, for any kind of Thai curry. We can't get hold of them here in Lincolnshire. So if I ever want them, I have to order them through Asian supermarkets, and they always come a little bit old. So I fry them a little bit, and then I package them, I cryovac them, and put them in the freezer. So yes, they did really well. This here is my cucumbers, and the cucumbers were rubbish this year. So it is a new season, so to speak. This gets all taken out, all of this stuff in here. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean, and then it's ready to start planting up for the winter, which is very exciting. So there we are. That didn't take long. All done. And I even got a cucumber out of it that was stuck. Right, so now I'm going to take off all of these ropes and fold them all up and use them next year. I might leave the ones actually on the ceiling because they're not really offending me in any way. And now for this soil, this needs some work. So I am going to put down what I've got here at the allotment. I'm not sure what I've got, whether I've got mulch, soil conditioner, or compost. And then I'm going to give it a good water because it is really dry. So that's my next job. So I found a bag of mulch in my shed, and it had horse manure and some wood chip in it and looked really good. It's been there for quite a while. So I've put that here on the beds ready, and now I'm watering. I think I might also at home go and get some slow release feed as well. I'm thinking maybe just some blood, fish and bone, and I might mix that in here as well, because I haven't actually watered this for quite a long time. I waited, after the aubergines kind of finished, I waited and didn't water. So this is really bone dry. So I'm going to put quite a bit of water on this, and I will bring some next time I come over. I'll bring some blood, fish and bone over and give this a little bit of a feed as well. Or I might even have some slow release fertilizer at home. I don't know. I'll see what I've got. So this now is going to be ready for my sowings for winter. And as I've been watering here, I've been thinking about what I'm going to put in here. I'm definitely putting lettuce, that's for sure. I was tempted to bring some Asian greens over, but I've got a feeling that they're going to do all right at home in the kitchen garden, so I might leave those. So yes, I'm also going to be doing a sowing of broad beans, and I'll probably bring them over here as well. I'm not sure whether I'll put them in the ground or whether I will put them in a pot, but they can grow as high as they want. And so this greenhouse is ready. I've got a little polytunnel out that side there That is going to go on a bit of land as well, but I need to actually clear some stuff for that. So I've got that for growing. So that's like a kind of low polytunnel. I've got the 2 greenhouses at home, and so I think I should be set. I'm also got a little project that I'm going to do. I might try and do some cold frame covers for my beds at home. So that is me getting sorted for winter. Exciting.